Han Da Gam, Song Hye Kyo's love rival, whose career has gone downhill. How is she living now? What if I told you that one of the most beloved K-dramas of all time actually destroyed someone's career instead of launching it? While millions fell in love with Song Hye Kyo and Rain's chemistry in Full House, there was a third person whose life took a completely different turn. Han Da Gam, the woman who played Song Hye Kyo's sophisticated rival, seemed destined for stardom. But today, at 44, her story reveals the brutal reality of Korean entertainment that nobody talks about. The year was 2004, and Korean entertainment was about to witness something extraordinary. Full House wasn't just another romantic comedy. It became a cultural phenomenon that would define an entire generation's understanding of K-drama romance. But while Song Hye Kyo and Rain were preparing to become household names across Asia, Han Da Gam was stepping into what would become both her biggest break and her greatest curse. Born Han Yoon-jung in 1980, she had entered the entertainment world through Korea's competitive beauty pageant circuit, where talent scouts noticed her striking features and natural screen presence. Her early years were filled with small roles and supporting characters that barely registered with audiences. But industry insiders could see her potential. When casting directors were searching for someone sophisticated enough to challenge Song Hye Kyo's innocent charm, Han Da Gam's name came up repeatedly. The role of Kang Hae-won, the wealthy fashion designer who had been secretly in love with Rain's character for 20 years, required someone who could embody elegance, vulnerability, and quiet desperation all at once. Han Da Gam delivered a performance that was both heartbreaking and memorable, creating a character that viewers couldn't help but sympathize with, even as they rooted against her. But success in Korean entertainment is rarely about talent alone, and what happened next would haunt Han Da Gam's career for decades. While Song Hye Kyo became the nation's sweetheart and Rain transformed into an international superstar, Han Da Gam found herself trapped in a very specific type of role. Casting directors saw her Full House performance and immediately typecast her as the sophisticated second female lead, always beautiful, always heartbroken, never the main character. Project after project, she found herself playing variations of Kang Hae-won, the wealthy woman who loses the man, the elegant rival who can't compete with pure-hearted heroines, the supporting character whose pain drives the plot forward. Her filmography from 2005 to 2015 reads like a catalog of missed opportunities. Despite appearing in well-known projects like Wonderful Life, Seoul 1945, and Cinderella Man, none of these roles allowed her to break free from the shadow of her Full House character. Industry insiders began whispering that Han Da Gam had peaked too early, that her most memorable performance would always be her first major one. Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo was starring in Descendants of the Sun and commanding millions per episode, while Rain was selling out concerts worldwide and breaking into Hollywood. The contrast became impossible to ignore, and Korean media began referring to Han Da Gam as the actress who could have been a star. The 2010s brought a series of increasingly desperate attempts to revive her career, each one more telling than the last. Han Da Gam began accepting roles in lower-budget productions and cable dramas, hoping to find that one character that would remind audiences of her range. Grudge: The Revolt of Gumiho in 2010 was supposed to be her comeback vehicle, but the dark fantasy drama failed to capture mainstream attention. By 2014, she was appearing in weekend family dramas like Golden Cross, the kind of programming that signaled a career in decline rather than ascent. Her most recent attempts have been equally revealing about her current status in the industry. The 2020 drama Graceful Friends saw her playing yet another mysterious woman from the past. while her 2023 appearance in Netflix's Celebrity relegated her to a supporting role as Wang Rola, a character whose screen time barely registered despite the show's international reach. What's particularly shocking is how little these recent projects have paid her compared to her Full House days. Reports suggest that her appearance fee for Celebrity was less than what some rookie actors command today, a harsh reminder of how quickly the Korean entertainment industry moves on from yesterday's faces. Even more telling is her recent decision to officially change her stage name from Han Eun-jung to Han Da Gam, a move that many interpret as a last-ditch effort to rebrand herself and escape the typecast trap that has defined her career. But perhaps the most surprising twist in Han Da Gam's story isn't about her career at all. It's about the choice she made that shocked everyone who knew her. In January 2020, at the age of 39, she married a businessman completely outside the entertainment industry after dating for just 1 year. This wasn't the kind of high-profile celebrity wedding that dominates headlines. Instead, it was a quiet ceremony in Seoul that most of her former co-stars didn't even attend. Industry insiders were stunned because Han Da Gam had always been known as someone completely dedicated to her craft, the type of actress who would turn down personal relationships to focus on her next role. Her decision to marry someone who could offer stability rather than star power was seen as the ultimate admission that her Hollywood dreams were over. Since her marriage, Han Da Gam has been surprisingly open about prioritizing family life over career ambitions, even discussing plans for children in interviews, something the younger, more ambitious version of herself would never have considered. At 44, she's currently living a life that's remarkably different from the glamorous existence she once pursued, working steadily but no longer chasing the kind of fame that once seemed within her grasp. Today, Han Da Gam's story serves as a fascinating study in the brutal mathematics of Korean entertainment success. While Song Hye Kyo commands tens of millions for international projects and remains one of Asia's most bankable stars, Han Da Gam represents the thousands of talented performers who get close to stardom but never quite break through. Her journey reveals uncomfortable truths about timing, typecasting, and the narrow window that Korean actresses have to establish themselves as leading ladies rather than eternal supporting characters. But perhaps most importantly, her recent choices suggest that success in entertainment doesn't always mean what we think it does. While she may never achieve Song Hye Kyo's level of fame or Rain's international recognition, Han Da Gam has found something that many celebrities spend their entire careers searching for: genuine contentment outside the spotlight. Her marriage, her steady work, and her apparent peace with her place in the industry offer a different kind of success story, one that's rarely told, but perhaps more valuable than we realize. Whether her upcoming projects will finally give her the breakthrough she spent 20 years pursuing remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Han Da Gam's story is far from over, and her next chapter might surprise everyone who thought they knew how it would end.